We've got some great updates from Rapido UK with a lot for 00 gauge modelers, but also a rather cool looking locomotive for N gauge too, so we better get into it. First up, it's an announcement of a new Steam Locomotive model coming to market. It's the Manning Wardle L-Class 060 tank engine. Manning Wardle produced some of the most iconic and well-loved industrial engines, not only for the UK but also exported around the world. They developed a standardized design for all their classes of loco, meaning the customer was able to choose a loco to their exact specifications. Each class was given a different letter, and the L class being much favoured by civil engineering contractors and light railways. The multitude of options means Rapido have had their work cut out to replicate them accurately, and the result is a good selection of versions being offered in 00 scale. There'll also be additional parts you can fit supplied with a model to further customise it to what you want. 8 models are going to be offered in a range of liveries and also with or without cab roof, and are currently in production with an ETA of the middle of next year. All models feature an installed speaker and an ESU Next 18 decoder socket. Individual models will include variations of the cab steps, frames, wheels, buffers and buffer beams, smokebox and smokebox doors, valves, tanks and back head. So a lot of options on offer. So in the first release, a total of 8 versions are initially being offered, and they are all priced the same. So for an analog DC version, the RRP is $149.95, and for DCC with sound, it's coming in at $259.95. You can pre-order now from the Rapido website for 0 deposit, or other retailers are also available. This is a great engine to add to the growing collection of Rapido tank engines. Talking of which, we're being shown some production samples of the NER H class, also known as the LNER Y7 in 00 gauge as well. These are really small 040 locomotives which were designed by Thomas Worsdale. Production started in 1888 and destined for dock work. Initially 6 were made, but a further 10 were constructed in 1891 and another 3 in 1897. Rapido previously tempted us with these pre-production samples of the models, but we've now been given photos of the actual production versions of the range. And they certainly look really cool, and what a cute little thing these are. Each model features a really high level of detail and some great specification like the die-cast metal chassis and additional parts, a factory-fitted speaker in all models, sprung buffers and Next 18 decoder socket. Prices are all the same across the range, with the analog DC coming in at an RRP of $144.95. For DCC sound fitted, you're looking at an extra £100 at $244.95. That said though, these are already all sold out on the Rapido website, so if you fancy one of these great looking tank engines, then you'll need to check out some of the retailers who may have stock, but you'll need to be quick. And talking of retailers, Rails of Sheffield have got in on some Y7 action by offering an exclusive version of this 040. This is being offered under their exclusive range in conjunction with Locomotive Models. It's a unique North Eastern Railway Line Blue livery model and is being offered only from Rails, but for the same price of $144.95 for DC and $244.95 for DCC with sound. A £30 deposit secures your one. A much different, bigger locomotive now, we have some pre-production shots just released of the amazing looking US ATC S160, again in 00 scale. Much has been reported on these locomotives already, and it came as a great surprise when Rapido announced these being offered in their range. At the time we only got CAD renderings to look at, but things have progressed now and we're being offered these photos of the pre-production samples. And they're certainly looking pretty good, with these photos showing all the extra parts added to the model in plastic and metal. The cab interior looks amazing, with differences faithfully represented here. And this also extends to the tenders, which also have the same high level of detail. I'm sure these are going to be contenders for Model of the Year awards and are sure to be a big hit. There's 10 different livery options available from Rapido, and they are all priced the same. My favourite is this blue one, which comes in analog DC for $269.95, or you can opt for DCC with sound for $379.95. Okay, not cheap, but these are really highly detailed models. You can pre-order these now for 0 deposit from the Rapido website. Again, Rails has got in on the act with their own exclusive versions where you can get this one, Franklin D. Roosevelt, in this great blue and red livery, or the black and silver of this one named Private H.J. O'Brien. The prices remain the same at $269.95 for DC or $379.95 for DCC with sound. Sticking with 00, there's some updates on the Great Western Railway B-set coaches as well. Previously we had these pre-production sample photos to check out which showed a high level of detail and some great added parts in both plastic and metal. Of note is the interior luggage racks. That's a really nice touch. Just a teaser shot though of the models in the factory with paint now applied to the main bodies. Looking good so far. If you fancy these you'll need to be quick as they are already selling out on the Rapido website at a price of $169.95 for a pair with a £30 deposit. Again, quite a high price and just for coaches, but these are highly detailed models. Finally for 00, it's a production update on the Jones Goods 460 Steam Locomotive. Another great looking locomotive in some fantastic colours, as shown already with these pre-production samples. Again, Rapido is teasing us with this shot of them in production as well. Not a great photo, but you can see the colour applied to the tender mouldings. If you fancy these you'll also need to be quick as they're selling out fast on the Rapido website as well. Okay, I mentioned about N-Gauge at the start and here it is, engineering sample photos of the forthcoming BR Class 44 Peak in N-Gauge. Rapido aims to raise the bar in terms of accuracy and detail on these models in the smaller N-Gauge scale, and these production samples feature revised moulded door handles and the models will feature inner sandboxes, water tanks and multi-working jumpers on different versions in the range. Certainly looking good so far, so if you fancy one of these you can head on over to the website and place your order, where you can choose between 9 different versions, all priced the same at $144.95 for DC or $249.95 for DCC with sound. So a mammoth update from Rapido, and it's great to see this manufacturer go from strength to strength. What did you think of these models on offer here? Let me know in the comments, and as always, just to wrap up, I'll say I'm not associated with or make any money from Rapido or Rails of Sheffield to do this video. I hope you liked it though, give it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya!